Okay, welcome back. This is another section about applications of percent, and this is really something that you guys see every day. You guys see sales tax. You may work in a job that has commission, or you may not, and then discount. Okay, we all want to be smart shoppers. We all want to save some money. So this one's really important that we're able to go and kind of know what's going on. Okay, so let's just jump right in and let's just talk about sales tax. Now, sales tax, I'm going to tell you guys a story. McDonald's used to have this deal on double cheeseburgers where double cheeseburgers were 99 cents. So we had 99 cent double cheeseburgers. Okay, and they were awesome. And I still like, even though they're not 99 cents anymore, um, whenever I do go to McDonald's, which isn't that often, I still get them. They're like $2.39 right now. Back when I was in college, they used to have these like 99-cent cheeseburgers, and in a pinch, and it was cheap, and you're trying to save money. This was a great deal. So, this first came out in high school, the 99-cent double cheeseburger at McDonald's. I remember, and I distinctly remember going up and being like, oh, they're 99 cents. So I just brought $1 because I just wanted one, brought $1. And then all of a sudden, at the end, my total cost with tax was like was equal to like $1.07. And I just had a single dollar. And I looked at the person like running the cash register, and I was like, wait a minute, this is 99 cents. And they were like, no, you have to have sales tax. And so then the McDonald's person comes up to me and they said, hey, it's a 7% tax on your order. And so what you notice is that every time something is for sale, you always pay a little bit more. So you always pay a little more than the sale price. Okay, and that's because of tax. And so what you have to think about is the fact that the sales tax differs from state to state. All right, so every state has a different sales tax rate, and that's the percentage. So I'm going to do this. Every state has different sales tax rates. Okay, and taxes fund things like schools, roads, road maintenance. Libraries, all sorts of things. So, there's a lot of things that are good about taxes, even though they're annoying to pay, and all that. So every state's different. Like, for instance, like Kansas right now, Kansas has a 10% tax rate on groceries, okay, which is a lot. So if you go to a grocery store in Kansas, it's going to be more expensive than if you go in like Colorado. I think Colorado, I'm not sure what it is. I think Colorado is like 8%, maybe 7 or 8%. Okay, and what they'll do is, and when they use that term, we're going to raise taxes so that the government can pay for more stuff. That they're doing, they're raising these rates. So you're paying, if your Colorado rate is lower, you're going to pay less in tax than you would in Kansas. So that's a whole other discussion of where that money goes. In anywho, okay, let's talk about this. All right, so let's talk about an example of, say, like Maine sales tax. So the sales tax rate in Maine is 5%. That's pretty low. Okay, and so it says how much tax is charged on the purchase of three shrubs at $42.99 each, and then what is the total price? Okay, so let's do this. All right, so figuring out how much the tax is, all right, I'm going to use the percent equation on this. I kind of prefer to use that. That's just me. But let's figure out how much the cost of 3 shrubs is. All right, so if we do 3 shrubs at $42.99 each, I'm going to take 3 times $42.99, okay? And that's going to give me, so how we figure that out, 3 times $42.99 is equal to 128.97, okay? So that's what gets rung up when you guys, say go to the store and buy something. You buy these 3 shrubs, they scan it out, and it says 128.97, okay? And that's what's going to say on the on the screen when you get rung up. But then we have that 5% sales tax. So we have to find 5% of 128.97. All right? And so what that means is I need to turn this into a decimal. So I'm going to do 0.05 times 128.97. Okay, so if I do that, multiply by 0.05, it's going to give me $6.45. Okay, we're going to round to the nearest cent. All right, this is the amount of tax. This is what you have to pay extra in order to actually buy this. Okay, so that's the amount of tax. Now, to find the total price, what I want to do is I want to take the amount that I would pay for 3 shrubs at $42.99, which is $128.97, and then I add the tax. So my total price is going to be equal to, so let's write this over here. Total price is equal to sale price, okay, what it's going to say, and then plus your tax. All right, so I'm going to do, what was it, 128.97? So I've got $128.97 plus $6.45. All right, and that's going to give us the whole value. All right, so I've got 6.45 plus 128.97, and that gives me a total sale price of 135.42, and that's my total price of $135.42. Okay, and so that's how we do that, and that's what the computers do every single time that you go buy something. This is what's happening. Okay, it adds up how many things you buy, it figures out how much in tax, and then it adds these two numbers together to get you your total price. So next time you do that, take a look and see. So take a look at your receipt, because your receipt has all of this information, and it tells you like what your tax is, so you can figure out the tax rate, doing that. And so let's take a look, and that's what we do in this example here. So it says the sales tax on the purchase of an e-reader that costs $199 is $13.93. So what is the sales tax rate? And so what I want to do is think about this. And I'm going to use my percent equation. Okay, and I'm going to do P, so the percent times B is equal to the amount of tax. So I've got my percent times 199, that's how much it costs, and that's going to give me 13.93. Okay, if I divide by 199, or I'm sorry, not 199, 199, okay, there we go, 199. These divide out, and so my percent is equal to 13.93 over 199, okay? And so now, 13.93 divided by 199 is going to give me a rate of 0.07. Okay, now this is a decimal. To turn this into a percent, I move my decimal place over, and that's going to give me 7%. Okay, and that's my sales tax rate. All right, and so that's how you figure it out. All right, so you'll have both of these numbers. You have, your total cost, and then you have, your total price, but you have your sale price as well. So you take your the amount of tax divided by your sale price, and that's what gives it to you. Okay. All right, let's take a look at the next one. It says the sales tax on a purchase of a stone top fire pit is $12.74, and the sales tax rate is 8%. And we want to find the purchase price, the sale price, and that's the price before the tax is added. So let's think about this for a second. All right, if we have if I use my my percent equation, P times B equals A, okay, I know that my percent is 8%, okay, and I'm trying to take that of my purchase price, okay, which is B. I don't know what that is, but my tax on that is $12.74, okay. So first thing I want to do is I want to change 8% into a decimal. So I'm going to move my decimal place over 2 spots. And I've got 0.08 times B is equal to $12.74. So if I divide both sides by 0.08, so if I divide those numbers, $12.74 divided by 0.08, then that's going to give me a purchase price of $159.25. Okay, and so that's that. So cool things that you can do with this, with this percent equation, is figure out how much you're paying for stuff, okay, and how much tax is going to cost, and do you have enough money to do that? And knowing if you live on like a state border, like I used to live in Kansas City, so when they enacted the 10% tax rate, and my groceries were like out of this world, so I would just go to Missouri because I knew it would be cheaper because they had a lower tax rate. Okay, so smart shopping requires your understanding of percents and such as. Okay, let's talk about commission. So right now I'm at I'm getting my car serviced in Denver, and as I'm making this video, and I'm amongst all these car salespeople, and these people get commission off of what they sell. So they don't. I'm sure they make like an hourly wage, but I know that they get some sort of commission on the car, and the sale price of the car, and that's how they make their money. So commission, it means that workers are paid a percentage of what they sell. Okay, and so there's like an incentive to make sure that you sell a lot of things because you want to make money off of what you sell. So I used to actually work at Nordstrom, and I used to sell women's shoes at Nordstrom. It was a good job for various reasons, but a bad job for a number of reasons. But I had a 10% commission, okay? 10% commission rate, which is a lot. It was pretty high. And the reason was because people would bring back a lot of shoes and get refunds. So, but what happened is that whatever I would take, the amount that I would sell, all right? So you take the amount of sales, all right, and if you multiply that by your percentage, okay, then you get your payment, all right, and that's how people get paid. So I remember one time, and everyone that works at Nordstrom has the story of how they have one customer that just comes in and buys like thousands of dollars worth of stuff. So I had one lady who came in, and she bought I think $1,500 worth of shoes. All right, and so then what I got 10% of that. So my payment ended up being 10%, which is, so I do 10% times 1,500, which would end up giving me 0.1 times 1,500, which gives me $150. This is my payment. This is what I took home. Okay, and so the whole sale probably took me an hour. So I made $150 in 1 hour, which was like more than I would get. I mean, a typical afternoon, I would maybe sell like, $600 worth of shoes, okay? But to have that one sale of like $1,500 was huge because I got a lot of money off that. So, if you can find a job, if you're into sales, then commission is huge, okay? And that's why people do it, all right? Okay, so now let's take a look at this. So on this one, it says, on the example, it says earth moving equipment sales. It says Gavin earns a commission of $20,800 for selling $320,000 worth of earth moving equipment. We want to know what is his commission rate. Okay, so this might be like a 6-month period. It might be who knows how long this is, but this is how much they sell. Okay, this is all the products that they sell, and then this is the amount of money that he gets from that. Okay, so he gets a percentage. So what we can do is we do, the percentage, and let me come over here so I can see the numbers. The percentage P, all right, times the amount that they sell, which is $320,000 worth, ends up getting that Gavin $20,800. Okay, and so what I want to do to get my percentage is I want to divide by $320,000 on both sides. Okay, so $320,000. These divide out. So my percentage is equal to 20,800, and that's out of $320,000. So if I plug this into the calculator, I'm going to get $20,800 divided by $320,000, and that's going to give me a rate of 0.065. Okay, now if I turn that into a percent and move my decimal place over 2 units, that's going to give me a value of 6.5%. All right, so this is the commission rate that Gavin has, which is pretty good, okay? Obviously, the higher your commission rate, the more money you're going to sell out of that. So, okay, let's move on to the next page, do a few more examples. All right, let's take a look at this first example of cruise vacations. And it says Valentina's commission rate is 5.6%. Not as good as Gavin's, but reasonable. And she received a commission of $2,457 on cruise vacation packages that she sold in November. Oh, that's how much she's making in November. That's pretty good, okay? So then it says how many dollars worth of cruise vacations did she sell? So let's do this, all right? Let's say that, let's do P times B is equal to A, okay? We don't know how much she sold, but we know that the rate is 5.6%, okay, times B, and that's going to equal, is it 2,457? So $2,457. Okay, now let's turn this into a decimal. So I'm going to move my decimal place over 2 units. So I got 0.056 times B is equal to 2,457. So if I divide that by 0.056 and divide this by 0.056, then my value for B is equal to $43,875. Okay, and so that's the amount, this here is the amount she sold. All right, it's not the amount she made. That's that number here. Okay, but if she sold $43,875 worth, then she gets a cut of that. She gets 5.6% of that. So that's not too bad. All right. Let's talk about discount and sale price. So discount, we should all be pretty familiar with that, and that's the usually when items cost less. All right, items cost less. All right, same thing with sale price. But usually it's done by a percentage, okay? And so, if you walk in to a store and it says, hey, everything's 20% off, like for instance, on July 4th this past year, I moved into a new place this summer in Frisco, and I was able to, I needed a coffee table. And so I went in when I was hooking up my cable. It's right next to this Habitat for Humanity store, and everything in the store was 40% off. And so I had a table. So I sat there and I did the math, and I said, the table, the cost before the discount, the cost was $45, okay? But it was 40% off, all right? And so what happened was, is I took that, I said, okay, well, what's 40% of $45, okay? And so what I did is I reached out, got my calculator out, and I said, okay, let's do 0.4 times 45. So I got 0.4 times 45, and that gave me $18. So this was the discount, okay? Doesn't mean I was paying $18. It means that this is what they were taking off of the sale price. So to find the new sale price after the discount, so the new sale price ended up being, $45 minus $18. And so if I do 45 minus 18, it gave me $1, it gave me $27. And so that was huge, and I'm on a budget, and so it was like, well, my budget, I could have spent 45, but I didn't want to spend that. I wanted to, get a deal on it, so I paid 27 for it. And so, smart shoppers, really don't usually pay full price for things. They try and figure out a way to get a discount. There's a whole number of ways of doing that, but, it's something we can talk about later. All right. So let's take a look at this. Speaking of furniture, okay, a leather sofa was marked at $2,379. So this is what is on the price tag. However, it's on sale for 33 1/3% off. It says, what is the discount? And then what is the sale price? So what I want to do with this, because we're dealing with 33 1/3% off, turning this into a decimal is really hard, but we can use a fraction, okay? And what I want to do is I'm going to use a proportion on this, okay? And I'm going to do, let's write out our equation for proportion, and that's part, and that's is, and then let's do the whole, which is of, and then that's equal to the percent out of 100. Now, if we're dealing with 33 1/3%, let's turn that into a mixed number, or an improper fraction. And let's do 3 times 33, which is 99, plus 1 gives us 100. So I have 100/3%. Okay. So the thing that we're looking for is the part. Okay. We have the whole. The whole is the price of the sofa, which is 2,379. And we'll put X over that, and then we'll put 100/3 all over 100. Okay. And so then what we'll do is we'll cross multiply. All right. And I'm going to do 100x is equal to 2,379 times 100/3. Okay. I'm going to put this number over 1 so we can multiply these fractions. And what we'll end up getting from this is, and let me write this all over here. So I've got 100x 100x is equal to 2379 over 1 times 100 over 3. Okay, so I can multiply 2,379 by 100, 2379 times 100, and that's going to give me 237,900, okay, and that's over 3, and that's equal to 100x. Now I can actually go ahead and divide this 237,900 divided by 3 is actually going to be 79,300, and that's going to be equal to 100x. Okay, if I divide both sides by 100 here and solve for x, I can figure out the amount of discount. Okay, so if I divide that by 100, then that's just going to give me 793. Now, this is the discount. Okay, this is what they're taking off. Okay, so this is the amount of money taken off. So this is the discount. Okay, and so we want to now find what is the sale price. Okay, so what I'm going to do to find the sale price is I'm going to take the original sale price, which is 2,000. What was it? 2379. So I'm going to do 2379 minus 793. Okay, and so if I do 2379 minus 793. That's going to give me a sale price of $1,586. Okay, and so and that's the thing. You guys just kind of have to think about this, and think about, all right, well, what do I know? What's the what do these numbers mean? How do I find this discount? This one's kind of tricky because of the 33 1/3% off. Okay, but all right, so let's take a look. On the next one, it says the price of a snowblower is marked down from $950 to $779. What is the rate of discount? So what we have to do, so first of all, let's do this. I know it's $950 and $779. So my original price, all right, original price is $950. Okay. And the sale price is $779. Okay, and so what I want to do is we want to find the discount. Okay, whoops, sorry. I want to find the discount, and the discount is found by taking the original price, which is $950, and then subtracting $779 from that. So if we do that math, $950 minus $779 is going to give us $171. Okay, so this right here is my discount. All right, and so once we find that, then we can find the discounted rate. All right. And so what is the rate of discount? So what I want to do is I want to take then this discount and then divide it by the original price. Okay, and so if I do 171 divided by 950, that's going to give me 0.18. And if we turn that into a percentage, we move that decimal place over 2 units, it's going to give me 18%. Okay, and this is my rate of discount, or discounted rate. It's a discount rate. Okay, and that's the idea. Okay, so you just want to take what your discount is, put it over your original price, not your sale price, and evaluate. Okay, let's take a look at this one. A computer marked $660 is on sale at 16 2/3% off. What is the discount? What is the sale price? Okay, this is pretty much the same thing as we had here. Okay, so I'm going to use proportion because of how we're given our fraction as a mixed number. Okay, so let's do this. Let's write out our thing here where we have a part of a whole, and then that's going to be equal to the percent out of 100. So the part that we have is what we don't know. Okay, that's the discount. And so then what we have is the whole is $660. Okay, and that's going to be equal to 16 2/3% over 100. Okay, 16 2/3% though, as an improper fraction, is going to be 3 times 16 plus 2. So 3 times 16 and then plus 2 is going to give us 50/3. So we get that x over 660 is equal to 50/3, and then divide that by 100. So let's go ahead and cross multiply these, and we're going to get 100x is equal to 660 over 1 times 50/3. Okay, if I take 50 and multiply it by 660, that's going to give me 33,000. So let me rewrite this up here. We've got 100x is equal to 33,000 over 3. Okay, 33,000 divided by 3 should just give us 11,000. So I've got 100x is equal to 11,000. Divide everything by 100. Divide by 100, and we're going to get 110. So x is equal to $110. Now this is the discount. All right, and that's how we find that. And so what we want to do in order to find the sale price, okay, what is the discount? So that's what we take away from the original sale price. So to find the sale price, so sale price, that's going to give me $660 minus $110, which gives me then $550. Okay, and that's the sale price. So that's that. So, you know, a lot of this stuff, guys, you've done before, and you do it all the time. You just don't really realize you're doing this kind of math. So, you know, hopefully this is, I know it's kind of a long video, but if you have any questions, you know, get a hold of me, and we'll go from there. So hope all is well, and good luck. See you in a bit. Thanks. Bye.